Alright, so this next part, almost the final part of this whole track, finally, is like this, right? So it starts out with like this. And it's kind of like this part, more or less 4 times, with some variations, obviously, as always. So so what he's doing here, he's on the 4th fret on the A string with the index, and the 6th fret on the D and the G string. So you get a power chord there. And then you add, so this is the routine, it's going from the A string, D string, G string, D string, and then going to the B string, which is the 4th fret, and then the G string again, and then the B string on the 5th fret. And what I'm doing here, I'm hitting the 4th fret first, and you can see I'm moving my thumb to the low E string, resting my thumb there, right? As an anchor, kind of. After this little part, he's going to doing that. So it's hitting the low E string and the high E string at the same time with the thumb and I'm using the middle finger. And then the high E string positioned on the 4th fret. Hammer onto the 8th fret on the high E string. Sliding up to the 11th fret. And then pulling off back to the 8th fret. After that, striking the 8th fret. Sorry, like that. That's a little thing there, right? So, from the low E string and the high string at the same time. And then I think he's doing kind of like a muted upstroke, and then the power chord on the 4th fret with the A string, 6th fret D and G string, and the open B and high E strings. Let it ring, you know. And then the second time of this little routine starts. Alright? So if you can notice, this time when I'm hitting the low E string, I'm resting my thumb on the A string and I'm letting the low E string ring, okay? And also what he's doing here, so after this, sorry. So he's doing 11th fret on the B string, 9th fret, 8th fret, and then sliding from the 8th fret to the 11th fret. Sounds nice, I think. I think the upstroke is not even muted, but just, you know, the open strings, more or less. Alright? So, and then we come into the second variation of this part, so it's kind of repeated 4 times, as I said, with variations. So this is the second one. So it's kind of like that. So what I'm doing here is hitting the low E string instead of the 4th fret on the A string. I'm hitting the low E string and then putting the thumb back on the low E string so it's muted. It doesn't ring the whole time. And then again, and then it's going to I think he's doing like sliding up to the 12th fret and then going to the 9th fret. You see, so the same kind of thing as the first time, only sliding from here, hammering onto the 8th fret from the 4th fret on the high E string, sliding to the 12th fret, pulling off to the 9th fret, and then doing the 12th fret, 11th fret, 9th fret, 11th fret on the B string, okay? Then again an upstroke and a downstroke with the power chord and the open B and E string. So slowly like this. Sorry, slowly like this. Now that's the first one. The second one is this. Again, I should be resting my thumb first on the low E string and the second time on the A string, so like this. You see that? And now I'm back on the low E string when I hit the power chord with the open B and E string, you know, to mute the low E string at the last strike there. So the only other thing I do here is, and what I hear also on the recording, I hear the G string at the last two notes, so from the 9th fret to the 11th fret, with the index finger sliding from the 9 to the 11th fret, and I also hear the G string there. So he's doing that at the same time. I don't know if it's that he's really aware of it hitting the notes or just accidentally, maybe. I think nothing is an accident with Vicente Amigo's playing probably, but anyway, you know what I mean. It's his way of playing, so you hear the G string sounding through together with these quite clearly, so again slowly. Like that, right? Alright, and the third repeat of this little part is kind of like the first one, except the difference is instead of hitting the 4th fret on the A string, we're hitting the low E string again. Like that, okay? Again, resting the thumb after that on the low E string. Not letting it ring the whole time. And then going from sliding again. So the low E string and the high E string on the 4th fret. And then again. And you can hear even the power chord downstroke with the open B and the E string also. After that an upstroke also. Before I'm beginning again with this part, okay? Like in between rhythmically, so it's kind of like natural to do that, I think. Yeah, and then we have the 4th time around, which is the same as the 2nd time, I think. Yeah, that's the whole thing basically. So slowly again the last time. Now I should be resting my thumb, you see that? Again. Yeah, that's basically it then. So we got the 4 parts, and the first one and the third one are kind of the same, except starting with the 4th fret on the A string is only happening the first time, and the 3rd time is the same, only not this one but with the low E string, right? Open E string. And then the 2nd and the 4th times, they are similar to each other, going from with the high E string slide up to the 12th fret. And also this little bit is different than number 1 and number 3, right? So more or less 2 different parts, but still little variations, okay? Yeah, then the next bit is like this. And then it repeats again. What we have here is, what is it? A G sharp minus 7. And this is like on the 4th fret barred, all strings, and the 6th fret on the A string, okay? And what I'm doing here is plucking the high B and E string, and then the G string, and the low E string with the thumb then. I think he's doing that more or less, right? And then he's doing he's putting his pinky on the 6th fret of the high E string, plucking the lower 3 strings, so the G, B and the E string. And then you get an open E after that. And then what he's doing here is 9th fret on the B string, on the 9th fret on the G string, 9th fret on the B string, 11th fret on the high E string. So right after the open low E string, he's plucking these 3 strings, yeah? And you get that little thing after that. Which is from the 9th fret on the high E string to the 7th fret. I think it's pull off. And then hitting the 7th fret. Then the 6th fret on the high E string. So I'm striking the 9th fret first, pulling off. Then also pulling off to the 6th fret, I think. And then striking the 9th and the 7th fret on the B string. That's what I think, that's what I'm doing at least. Okay, so the whole little thing is like this. And then we are going right into this little chord here, which is on the 6th fret of the A string. And then you have the 8th fret on the D string, 6th fret on the A string because it's barred, right? 7th fret on the B string, 6th fret on the high E string. So it's like a D sharp minor 7. So you're going right into that. You know, it's a nice way to end up in this little chord, right? What I'm doing here is I'm kind of doing the G string and the A string apparently, and then plucking the D string, G string and the B string. You hear that? I think that's the way to do this little part then. After that, I think what he's doing is he's hitting a few strings muted first and then letting the chord ring, you know. So the position, the fingers are already in position when playing the muted part. So this is position number 4 on the A string, and then bar the rest of the strings with the index finger, okay. And then we got the 6th fret on the D string, and then we got the 7th fret on the B string. What I'm doing here is plucking the G and the B string, and then plucking the D string, and then, you know, with the thumb I'm playing the fourth fret on the A string. So I'm putting the chord down there. Sorry, like this. Plucking the strings 2 times, the D, G and the B string, and then changing the 7th fret to the 5th fret on the B string, this little thing. So coming out of this little chord, alright? Like that then. So this little bit. After that, immediately he's hitting the, what is it? The 7th fret on the high E string with the low E string. And he's doing something with what I hear. I think it's 7/6, pull of hammer on, and then a hammer on to the 11th fret, really quick. It's kind of tricky to hear because it's really a small detail and going fast when I hear this. The 11th fret for sure, I think. Then he's doing, I think it's wise to do this little bit from the 9th to the 7th fret. A really fast pull off, right? and then pulling off to the 6th fret. I do this with the ring finger, index finger, not with the pinky and the middle finger actually, because I'm coming from this. I'm coming from the 11th fret here, the really fast 11th fret, short and fast. So I'm already good in position to make the pull off or the with the ring finger and the index finger. And then he's making this line in the little chord. Yeah. Alright, so this little bit. At the same time, sorry. Then he's doing this stuff here, 9th fret, 8th fret. I think it's a pull off. Waiting a second, or waiting a moment, and then he's pulling it off from 9 to 8, and then striking the 9th fret on the G string, and then it's the 6th fret on the A string, and then the G string, B string, and the high E string. Doing it, striking 2 times, upstroke, downstroke, I'm not sure, before going in this part once more, okay? So the little last bit. You notice this so you have to wait a little bit here. The 9th fret of the B string. Alright. I think he's really doing, sounds really nice, if played correctly. And then back again to for the second round, okay? So the second round, second repeat of this part is almost the same, but with little variations, of course. So here we go, we got the same chord again here on the 4th fret, barred, everything. The difference here is when you come to this point. The D sharp -7 chord, okay? It's going immediately, you have the accent there, so sorry. You know, the other one was like this one is immediately on the count. You know, at once. And then after that is the same, I think. Let's see. Yeah, this is the same, the muted little chord thing here. Then he's hitting the low E string, and after that, so not at the same time, but after that, he's doing that in between, alright? So it's the 7th fret, was it the 7th, 6th, 11th I think, right? This one is played more straight than the other one, okay? Not with the... It's just like... So... See that? I'm not sure if he's doing like this or he's doing. But he's doing this, yes, the pull off here. 7/6 fret. Nine eight. I think 9/8 on the B string here is pull off again. And the other one is also pull off actually on the high E string. 7/6, 7/6. And then 9th on the G string, hitting it. Yeah, and then we got the 6th fret on the A string. And this chord again, yeah. So the whole thing, the second round, is like this, slowly. Sorry. Plucking the G string, B string and the high E string. Or striking down, I'm not sure, I think I'll pluck it. Like this. And then to the next little bit. And then after that we come to this part. More or less, okay? So we got 6, 5, 6 on the A string. I think he's doing slide down, slide up. Going into this chord here. Remember this? This is the D sharp minus 7 chord. On the 6th fret then. So you bar the 6th fret from the A string down. And then the 8th fret on the D string. And you add the 7th fret on the B string. Yeah, I think he's doing a downstroke, upstroke. So up, down. Then I hear the open A string in between there. And then he's going from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the A string. Sliding up. Doing the C sharp minus 7 there. So same chord. But then positioned on the 4th fret here, yeah. Also downstroke, upstroke, I think. Then he's doing 6 to the 8th fret on the D string. Then hitting the 2nd fret on the low E string. 6th fret, 8th fret on the D string. And then I was doing 4th fret, 6th fret on the D string. So wait, 6th fret, 8th fret, D string. 2 times the 2nd fret on the low E string. And then he's doing 4 to 6 on the A string, D string. And then 2 times the open low E string, okay? doing that 2 times. It's like this. And then another time like this. Only 1 time. So 6/8 on the D string. Second on the low E string. And then I think he's doing upstroke thumb, downstroke middle finger, and then upstroke again with the thumb. Only downstroke with the thumb. And this is like the F sharp major chord, right? So you bar the 2nd fret here, and then the 4th fret on the A and the D string, and the 3rd fret on the G string. So it's like a triplet there, ticking. That's what I do, ticking. So let's see. Also after this little bit, I hear the G string right before that. The G string is in there right before that. I'm not sure if he hits it, you know, purposefully on that at that moment, or it's just ringing through. But it's definitely there. Also, the whole time, I hear the open G, B, and E string, high E string, I think. So but it's rhythmically, it's naturally, you know what I mean? So it occurs. I think it just occurs there when he's playing this part rhythmically, and then you have these open strings ringing through, and he's striking them, you know, really softly. All right? Yeah, that's this little bit. All right, then we move on to the next little bit. So after this little bit, we go to, no, starting with the pinky actually. Yeah, that's a little bit. So a little short triplet there, and then so he starts out here on the 9th fret. Yeah, 9th fret on the low E string. Then the high open E string. Then he's doing the 6th fret, 7th fret, and all the way to the 10th fret, a hammer on. You know, 6, 7, 10. And then on A string, 6, 7, 10 also. And then the 6th fret on the D string. And then you hear he's doing the A string and the D string with the thumb. This is all played with the thumb, by the way. I think it's only the A string and the D string, so this is the 7th and the 6th fret. 7th fret, 6th fret on the D string, 7th fret A string. then that little bit after it, which is the, what is it, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8th fret, 6th fret on the D string. So striking, and then hammer pulling off. Then the 10th fret on the A string, and then the 8th fret on the D string. You see that the whole thing is like this, slowly. Sorry, slowly. You know, it's a little part we already played before, right? In this track. Then going to the power chord on the 4th fret of the A string. So 4th fret A string, 6th fret D and G string. Then moving this thing up to the, what is it, 7th fret. But then I think he's adding also the 7th fret on the low E string. So probably you can bar the whole 7th fret of all the strings, and then adding the 9th fret of the D and the G string. Thinking he's striking with a thumb, I'm not sure. As long as it sounds really loud, right? And tight and short and everything. So perhaps with a gulping also, I'm not sure about that, but that's what I do. Downstroke, thumb, upstroke. Watch the timing here also. This power chord on the 4th fret is pretty fast. It's kind of like, you know, it's really cool. And then we have and this is a really nice little thing in between. Also go from the 6th fret on the A string. So with the fingers you start playing this. Perhaps you can move up the thumb a little bit, you know, as an anchor. A little bit higher than resting it on a low E string, because it's going to be too much like this. So what he's doing is 6th, 7th fret on the A string. Then to the 6th fret, which is already barred also by the index finger on the D string. And then he's doing a hammer on from the 7th to the 10th fret. And then also the D string. And then again the 10th fret on the, he's holding his pinky there on the A string. And then he's going back, pulling off to the 7th fret on the A string, and then the 6th fret on the A string. Alright. And it's played really ridiculously fast. It's original speed, so it's almost impossible, but so to play this little bit slowly. Sorry, slowly. Now I'm resting my thumb here on the low E string, which I should not be doing. It should be a little bit more up to have more, otherwise it doesn't feel right. And it doesn't sound good also. So, but anyway, you know, you can find a lot of videos about techniques, you know, for this alternate picking kind of thing and stuff like that on the lower strings, or the low E and A and D string, for instance. You see that? Then we get 2 times this chord following there. And this is the 7th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D string, 7th fret on the G string, and then 8th fret on the B and the high E string. Wait a second. Yeah, that's it. I think he's doing a really fast rasgueado with ring finger, middle finger, index finger. Or other 2 fingers, I'm not sure. It doesn't sound like one stroke, but like kind of a rasgueado thing. Really short and fast. And then that after that, you know, which we had in the beginning already, actually, this little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I think it's like, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that makes like 11, yeah? What I'm doing here is using my middle finger, downstroke, downstroke, thumb, upstroke, thumb, then again. Actually triplets, but it's 11, so it's kind of a weird thing. So, and that's a difficult part. It's not like 12, you know. It's not like 12 or 9 or 6, like 3 times 2 times 3, 3 times 3, but it's like 11. So it's kind of messed up, but it's really cool. So, yeah. So I think his last 11th one is downstroke with the thumb. And then going back into the rhythmically the chord part for this Bulerías, and then to the outro of the song, which I will show in another little video to finish up the whole track, alright? So this whole last bit played slowly. Alright. Now I'll play the whole part, everything complete, already, really slow. So it started out on the 4th fret of the low A string. next part then, alright? Okay, let me now play the whole part once more, but even slower, okay? Starting off at the 4th fret of the A string. Alright, well, thanks for watching again, and this kind of is the final part. There's one little more part that comes after this. It's pretty short, and then you have the outro part, which contains pieces that we already played in this track, so there's nothing new there. And it fades out actually, so anyway. But I'll make a separate video about the part that comes after this. It's just going to be a short video, because there's not so much there. Yeah, so this is kind of so how Vicente Amigo plays it, I think, as far as I can hear and see in the videos. Not everything is 100% accurate, of course, because it's just, I think he also plays some parts one time like this, another time a little bit like this, improvising here and there, you know what I mean? So it has to do with his mood and everything. That I think everybody has that, you know, you play one part, different kind of environments and different places and different times in your life, and they sound different. You approach them differently, and maybe you change some things here and there, and you play how you feel, right? So, but anyway, I hope this really helped you, and I'm gonna be working on some other parts also after this, creating some new videos of parts to figure out how they play it. So yeah, hope to see you guys again next time, and take care. Bye bye.